Hello and welcome to Thought for September the 23rd. Our readings are 1 Chronicles chapter 6, Ezekiel chapter 19 and Luke chapter 16. And our thought is, you cannot serve God and... Today we read the most challenging of parables of Jesus, yet its primary meaning is unmistakable. Jesus uttered it in relation to our purpose in life, how it comes down to one of two things. Jesus sums it all up in today's reading in Luke. No servant can serve two masters. He will be devoted to the one and despise the other. He ends by bluntly saying, you cannot serve God and money. Chapter 16, verse 13. What is it to serve money? This is not the most common Greek word for serve. In writing Acts, Luke only uses the word in chapter 20 verse 19 when he quoted Paul's words to the Ephesian elders, and Luke was with him at the time. He told them, you yourselves know how I lived, serving the Lord with all humility and with tears and with trials. I did not shrink from declaring to you anything that was profitable. This was serving indeed. In writing to the Romans about issues over the law of Moses, Paul says, but now we are released from the law, having died to that which held us captive. So now we serve, not under the old written code, but in the new life of the Spirit. Chapter 7, verse 6. But the commitment involved in this kind of serving is parallel. It is the same. It is most interesting to note that the one place where John used this Greek word in his Gospel, chapter 8, verse 33, is translated as enslaved. Those Jesus sees as serving money, he sees as being enslaved to it. It is the be-all and end-all of their thinking. Today it is a matter of things money can buy, the pleasure and pride of owning the best of everything, of taking fabulous holidays, etc., with a token gesture toward others to ease their conscience, even fitting in a visit to church. Those who serve God see how temporary and misleading is the expectation of rewards of serving money. People who decide to serve God have a bigger mind, that is, a bigger vision of thought. That famous chapter of Hebrews chapter 11 selects the example of Moses when surrounded by wealth as the adopted grandson of Pharaoh. He chose to be mistreated with the people of God than to enjoy the fleeting pleasures of sin. He considered the reproach of Christ greater wealth than the treasures of Egypt, we read in verse 25 to 26. What do we consider to be of greater wealth today? Less and less would make Christ their choice. Some, foolishly, have tried to have it both ways. If we are lukewarm, as were those at Laodicea, let us remember the message of Jesus to them and read Revelation 3 verses 15 and 16. Well, thank you once again for joining us for Thought for the Day, where together we can open up the pages of God's Word, knowing that Word to be a lamp to our feet and a light to our path.